Hi, welcome back. A warm welcome to you. So in this video, we will see how to prove collinearity of points using the coordinate geometry methods, whatever we have learned about distance and equation of straight lines and also slope. Okay. Now let's see what's the meaning of collinearity or saying that the points are collinear, right? Collinear means points lying on the same line or points lying on the same line. What's the meaning of that? Suppose you know that a line is collection of points and there can be infinite points in a line. And how many points are needed to create a line? At least 2 points are needed to form a line. So if I have 2 points, I can join them as a line and I can extend them indefinitely in both the direction, right? And you can create infinite number of line segments out of this. Now suppose you want to prove that another point is also lying in this particular line, right? Let us say this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, how you can prove? Now one way of proving it is you can say that you can see here, right? If all of them are on the same line, then I can say that distance between A and C is nothing but equal to distance between AB and BC. So I can use the distance formula. And what we have to show? We have to show that distance between 2 points is nothing but equal to sum of the distance between the remaining 2 points. That I can do? Okay, fine. What else you can do? You know A and B points, right? You can create equation of AB. Second is we can create equation of AB. Once you get the equation of AB line, then you can try to see whether the C satisfies the line AB. That means check point C lies on AB or not. Okay, that's the one way of doing it. The third way you can do it is you can check for slopes. You can check for slopes of AB. You can check for slopes of BC. You can check for slopes of AC. If you will get the slopes as equal, right? All slopes are equal. Now remember, when you are saying slopes of AB, suppose what's the meaning of slopes are equal? That means the lines are parallel here, right? But here we have common point, right? We say slope of AB, slope of BC, and also slope of AC. If all of them are equal, then also you can say that these 3 points are collinear. So we'll try to check all these 3 methods by taking a simple example. Are you with me? So let me repeat again. Collinearity of points, right? Collinearity means lying on the same line. We know that line is a collection of points and at least you need 2 points to create a line. Suppose you want to prove that more than 3 points are lying on a line, right? You have 2 points, you have created a line. Now you want to check whether the third point is also lying on the line or not. 2 methods you can use, maybe 3 methods. First method is distance method, because we are now currently working with straight lines, right? So distance between 2 points. We know distance between 2 points. So you can check that the distance between one of the 2 points is nothing but equal to sum of the distance between remaining 2 points. That's a distance way. Second is you can find out the equation of straight line, either AB or BC or AC, whatever it is, right? Any one of them, any one of 2 points, any of the 2 points you can take from the 3 and you can create a equation. Then you can check for the remaining point to lie on that equation or not. And the third way is you can check for the line segments slopes, right? Whenever we say, when we are creating the equations, if I can get another point, I will check the slope, right? Whenever you are saying checking the slope between 2 points, you are actually checking the slope of that line segment. And you know that a line can have infinite number of line segments, but they all should follow that the slope should be equal, because they are all part of the same, all the line segments are part of the same line, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and take a simple example and see how this we can do, right? Okay, here we have a simple example. Prove that the area of the triangle with vertices 1 comma minus 5, 4 comma minus 4, 7 comma minus 3 is 0. Okay, 1 comma minus 5, 4 comma minus 4, 7 comma minus 3, the area of triangle is 0. Okay, now let's see what's the meaning of we have been given 3 points and we have been told to find out the area of triangle, right? We know we will get triangle when actually 3 lines intersect each other and they form 3 vertices, right? This is how the triangle looks like, A, B, C. When the triangle will become a straight line, when AC becomes 0 or this height becomes 0, right? Either the altitude becomes, that means the point B comes and lies on this particular line AC, or the A and C, okay, this base becomes 0. That means indirect way we are saying is A, B, C lie on the same straight line. So this is indirectly asking, prove that the area of triangle with vertices is 0, nothing but indirectly asking that prove the 3 points are collinear. Now let's go ahead and do that. Fine, right? Now before that, let's plot this point. What is 1 comma minus 5? Let me see what is 1 comma minus 5. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 comma minus 5. I am there. Okay. What else? 4 comma minus 4. 4 comma minus 4 is, it's there. Next, 7 comma minus 3. 7 comma minus 3. Right. So these are the 3 points, right? Now from the graph you can see very clearly they will not form a triangle because they are all on the same straight line. Now let's prove it algebraically. We are able to prove that graphically, right? If I take a graph and plot these points, I see that they are on the same straight line, then automatically immediately I can say that okay, they will not form a triangle because they are lying in the same line. So if you want a triangle, the area will be nothing but 0. Now let's try to prove the same thing, right? Let me say this as A, this is B and this is C. A is nothing but 1 minus 5 and B is nothing but 4 minus 4 and C is nothing but 7 minus 3. Okay, right. Now we will do first the distance formula, then we will do slope, then we will do the equation of straight line here. Okay, right. So let's go ahead and do, first let's calculate all the slopes one after other, right? Okay, slopes, right? Let me put it here, slopes. Okay, let's check the first slope, AB. What is the slope of AB? Minus, you know the formula, right? You want me to write it here? Okay, the formula for slope is delta y by delta x, nothing but change in y by change in x, or y coordinates difference divided by x coordinates difference of 2 points. So y2 minus y1, that is minus 4 plus 5, right? Minus 4 minus 4 plus 5 divided by minus 4 plus 5 by 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, that's equal to 1 by 3. What is the slope of BC? Slope of BC is minus 3 minus of minus 4, that is minus 3 plus 4 by 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4. That's also equal to 1 by 3. Now let's take slope of CA. What's the slope of CA? So minus 5 plus 3 divided by 1 minus 7, 1 minus 7, that's nothing but equal to minus 2 by minus 6, that is nothing but equal to 1 by 3. Okay, right? So we got all the slopes. Now let's calculate the distances, right? Okay, let me calculate the distances. We'll calculate the distances. Right. Let's calculate the distances. Here, okay, I'll say what is the distance of AB, BC and AC. We are now doing distances, right? What's the distance of AB? What's the formula for distance? I know you remember it, but let me just put it here for reference. Distance between 2 points is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, nothing but the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle where your sides are horizontal distance between the points and the vertical distance between the points. We have found out that using the Pythagoras theorem, right? Okay. Now let's do the distance between AB. AB distance. What is distance between AB? Okay, that is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square, that is minus 4 plus 5 minus 4 plus 5 whole square plus 4 minus 1 whole square. 4 minus 1 whole square. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 plus 3 square is 9. So this becomes root of 10. I think you are with me, right? You should be okay with skipping that small step in between, right? Okay. Let's do the BC now. BC, so minus 3 plus 4, minus 3 plus 4 whole square plus minus 3 plus 4 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square. 7 minus 4 whole square. This also 9 plus 1, that also becomes root 10. Okay. Now let's see what's the distance between AC. Okay. Now here you know the points, that's why you have graphed, so you are calculating AB, BC, AC. If you have been given randomly 3 points, you will see that one of the set of distance between 2 points is equal to the remaining 2. Here we have graphed it, that's why we are very clear that AB plus BC equal to AC. That's why we are going ahead with it. Now what is distance between CA or AC? Is minus 3 plus 5 whole square plus next is 7 minus 1 whole square. This is equal to square root of 40, because 6 square is 36 plus 2 square is 4. Square root of 40 nothing but equal to 2 root 10. Now you can see very clearly AC is equal to AB plus BC, because 2 root 10 is nothing but equal to root 10 plus root 10, right? 1 plus 1, 2 root 10. This is nothing but implies that AC is equal to AB plus BC. This is how you can prove collinearity by using distance, right? Now let's look at the other way, which is more interesting. Actually this is also interesting because this is the initial part. Initially when you learn about slope and distance you do them, but once you come to the equations, yeah, we are a little bit more professionals, right? So let's do this with equation of straight lines, right? So I'll create equation of straight line using points A comma B. Okay, I'll take my point slope method, so that's nothing but y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. what is x1 y1 here? You can take any of the points. What is your A? This is A and this is B, right? Now we have calculated the slope of AB. We already have it, right? No, we don't have. We have it. We did it. Slope of all of them is equal to 1 by 3. We know that, right? We know that slope equal to 1 by 3. So I can say y minus of AB, right? So this becomes y plus 5 is equal to 1 by 3 into x minus 1. If you simplify this, this becomes, let me just put it here, this becomes 3y plus 15 is equal to x minus 1. That simplifies to, if I bring this here, it becomes x minus 3y, x minus of 3y is equal to 16, right? This is the equation of the straight line which we obtained by taking points A comma B. Now we have created the straight line. Now you want to show any point to lie on this line. What you will do? You will substitute the values of x and y. Now what is the values of you want to substitute 7 comma minus 3, right? That's a C. You want to check now that whether the point C lies in the line AB or not. Line AB means you created the AB segment, now you have indefinitely extended it, right? Okay, so it's applicable for all the real values, whatever you have, right? Okay, now what is the value of x here? 7 minus of 3 into, what is the value of y? Minus 3. That is 7 plus 9 equal to 16. So this is proven that C is also lying on the line of AB. Nothing but A comma B comma C are collinear. Let me go through this part again. Okay, briefly. We know the equation of straight line, y minus y1 equal to m into x. You can use any straight line for that matter, any equation for that matter. We know the slope of AB, we have calculated. We have created the line AB. Now we want to check whether C lies or not. If C lies on the line AB, then we know that A comma B comma C lie on the same line. That means they are called as collinear. Collinear is nothing but lying on the same line or sharing the line. And we know that you can have empty number of line segments and on a line, right? Okay, that's about proving of collinearity of points using distance, equation of straight line, and also slope. Okay, see you in the next video where we will come with one more interesting topic and some examples. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.